Hello, fellow Gwent players, and welcome back to another custom card review. This time, I've done a little thinking here. I've done actually a lot of good thinking. So, if you want your card submitted, we're gonna do it like a first come, first serve idea. You join my Discord, go onto this custom card submission channel, and I will usually I will try and make these on Friday, Thursday around this time because this is when I will be doing these types of streams / videos, I think, where I will be doing a custom card live stream around the afternoon. I will review this message for tomorrow. I will review the cards below this message for tomorrow. Today is tomorrow, so when I write something in this custom card submission thingy, I will announce when you guys submit your cards, so you don't have to submit your cards all the time. You have to find a specific time to upload them, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much how I'm gonna do this in the future as well. So if you like this format, please leave a like, also subscribe to the channel, and also join the Discord if you want your custom cards to be seen, because I have some very, loyal custom card submitters. We got Kodan, for example. He's got like 50 in this batch. Also Assassino, Westphalian. These are all people we see very common. You will see a lot of their cards. They're going to be very prevalent. And to maybe stop that from happening, that's why I'm telling you guys to also submit your stuff. There's going to be a lot of submissions here. I won't be going through them all, and if I leave any out, you can try your luck with the next time that I will be doing something like this. So I won't have to always scroll up for 10 or sometimes I even scroll up for like half an hour to find the cards, because there's a lot of submissions during the same time periods. That's usually when I upload these custom card videos. So there's whole essays and pages of just cards. So I'm just gonna do it with this format. I think I've talked long enough for now, and let's just get to some cards. All right, first card, we got Foltest Pride. Formation. Order damage an enemy unit by 1. Crew at the end of your turn gain 1 charge. Devotion Inspired. Increase damage to 2. So this whole tunnel drill situation is kind of there. The thing is, crew on this card is actually pretty nuts. This card's pretty good, right? This card, it doesn't actually have charge, though. This doesn't show that it has charge, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We will accept mistakes like these. But yeah, I think this is, the problem with Foltest Pride is the fact that it's melee locked. If the card wasn't melee locked, it wouldn't be that big of a problem, because a lot of soldiers are locked in the back row because of their formation abilities. So locking Foltest to the melee row makes no sense, first of all, because it is a siege engine. Those things kind of tend to go to the back row. And yeah, we got Foltest Pride here. I mean, it's very similar to the usual design. It's got Devotion ability, I guess, which is okay. But I think in a stockpile deck you want to play Devotion anyways. But it would be kind of cool to actually have good gold siege engines. So, I mean, this is an alright change. I just think the main problem with Foltest Pride isn't all around design. It's just the fact that it's locked in the melee row. Then next up we have Valter Veritas La 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 La. Tribute 6. Profit 6. Tribute 9. Spawn and play 1. Fun time. Spawn and play the unit with the highest provisions from your opponent's deck. Are you mad? A game of chess. Token. Allied units tribute now boost themselves by the specified amount instead. All allied units fee now damages a random. What the hell is this? This is nuts, bro. This is crazy. Yo, this is the game of chess is just one of the craziest abilities I've seen. It's like a Rayla on steroids, because it's uninteractive, because it's an artifact. Yeah, this is a bit busted. Let's not print cards like this. Thank you. All right, next up we have Otto the Congreve. Oh my god, look at all this list of things, Jesus. You have to specify what boost means. That's kind of funny. Veil Deploy. Boost all spying enemy units by 3. Order reset all enemy units with spying. Cooldown 3. Devotion permanently reduce the cooldown by 1 and gain Zeal. Okay, so yeah, it's like Kahir synergy, right? You're trying to work with a bit of Kahir. At the end of the day, without Kahir, this card's kind of like a 6/4/7. with a lot of like conditions to be met for it to actually be a 6 for 7. And it's like, I mean, you can obviously boost your opponent's spies with things like Nilfgaardian Knight and Tortoise, but a lot of times you don't really want to do that on Tortoise. But this kind of forces the opponent to sort of play a bit different to a certain extent, because a lot of times I see myself giving tactical advantage to a spy, and if this card were to exist, I'd probably not do that anymore, right? I mean, you don't want to give boosts to spies anyway, because then you give them coup de grace value. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fun little design. It kind of makes the opponent's plays a bit more awkward if he's playing against spies. But spies has so many 7 provision cards that I don't think this actually has a slot within those slots. Then next up we have the Gwendolyn Ifir. By the way, I think I'm going to set a limit to factions in a row. I'm going to do 3 factions specific cards, and then I'm just going to skip over them. I don't want to be like one faction for the entire video, so I'll do, if the next one's going to be Nilfgaard, I'm going to do that one, and then if it's going to be Nilfgaard again, then I'm going to skip and go to the next faction, because I think that gives it a bit more balance to the video as well. So if you want more cards to be submitted, yet again, just go on the Discord and submit them when the time is ripe. So deploy, destroy an enemy unit with spying. Your tactics deal 1 extra damage. Oh! Okay. It's like a really good card. This is a really good card. Wait, 4/8? Yo, something ain't right here with the stats. These stats are a bit too good. Sorry, I just put the Discord there. These stats are a bit too good. Yeah, 4/8 is kind of, it's like a Vincent. It's an 8 provision 4 power Vincent. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, this is way overpowered. All right, next card is another Nilfgaard card, and the next one is actually Northern Realms. Oh, okay, so he did keep himself to the limit of 3 without me actually having to explain it. So Peter Evertson deploys, sees an enemy unit. After 3 turns, move it back to the opposite row. If either of the players pass, the unit is moved to the opposite row instantly. Wait, sees an enemy unit. After 3 turns, move it back to the opposite row. If either of the players pass, the unit is moved to the... Huh? Wait, what? Oh, so, okay, so you seize the unit and you lock self, right? You destroy the Peter. This is a kind of crazy effect, actually. Like, the opponent actually has no way of interacting with this. Actually, no way of interacting with it. You seize a unit, and then you just lock your own Peter, and that's how you do it, right? Or you kill it with like a Vilgefortz, or like kill it with a Dimeridium Bomb, something along those lines. It's basically a 9 provision seize an enemy unit, but waste a turn on it, unlocking it or something. This is pretty crazy. This is actually, I'm not sure if this is how it's intended, like to destroy the Peter, basically betray your own unit, but I think that's how this card is meant to be played. It's a pretty crazy effect, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, it's probably not very healthy for the game, so I don't think this is going to be a good idea to have. All right, next up we have Liam of Sidaris. By the way, I've also changed the fact that the white doesn't flash anymore, so it's more appealing to the eyes, and I don't have to edit out the white flash. So order, force an allied unit to duel an enemy unit. Cooldown 2 devotion every time an allied unit survives after dueling. Heal it. Bro, this is so crazy. Jesus. It's honestly like kind of busted. Like dueling with shield mechanic as well is kind of crazy. It is actually kind of crazy. It does seem very, very crazy. So, yeah, Liam of Sidaris, definitely a very busted card for sure. Like, it's just kind of crazy, right? It's so good. Like, you even play this with, what's his name? Like, the cavalry, the shielded cavalry. I forgot its name. Dunbanner. No, not, it is Dunbanner cavalry, right? It is Dunbanner cavalry. They do have the shield. All right, next card. It's from the same submitter, so I might also make some restriction as to how many cards a person can submit. Lunging Shadows. Whenever an allied unit is consumed during your turn, draw a card. Then shuffle the lowest provision card into your deck. Devotion. Whenever a unit is destroyed during your turn, draw a card. Then shuffle the lowest provision card into your deck instead. Now, I'm not sure this actually is good within monsters. Is it? It shuffles into the deck, so it doesn't go bottom. I'm actually not sure how good this is. In monsters? Monsters has some pretty good bronzes. Like, monsters is the one faction where their bronzes are actually kind of, like, really good still. Like, their bronzes actually just have so much good synergy with each other. So I don't think this card actually works within monsters. It works within something like Nilfgaard or Skellige, where they need to find their golds under every circumstance. But yeah, with this, it's not the worst. It's kind of like, it's kind of useless in monsters. I don't think people would actually play this, to be fair. It also dies very easily. But yeah, it's kind of like a more complex sheet troll, right? So yeah, next up we have Geralt Foreboding. Deploy, damage all undamaged enemy units by 1. Adrenaline 4, damage all damaged enemy units by 1 instead. Wait, what? Okay. Order the next turn you would damage, it is destroyed instead. Okay, so this is like very complex. And I think I like the second ability. The first ability is like, whatever, sure, okay. It's like a weird version of Wild Boar of the Sea. I like that second ability though. That order ability seems pretty cool, honestly. Being able to just like have an order that says next time something deals damage, it is destroyed instead. That's pretty flavorful for Skellige. So I actually like that idea. It's pretty cool like that. So that's a nice little idea. Then we have the Skellige Gate. Deploy, damage all units by 1. Order, heal 3 adjacent allied units. Wow. That's insane. That's friggin' insane, dude. Like, how good is this with Dagger? How good is this with just Skellige, bro? Like, this is insane, dude. I don't think you can heal 3 adjacent units as well to, like, there's no, like, limit as to how. All right, heal 3? Is it heal 3 of adjacent units? I don't know. This is kind of worded a bit awkwardly, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of busted. You created a busted card. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, next up we have Etten. Witcher. While in hand or in deck, boost this card by 1 the first time an ally Witcher takes damage each allied turn. Huh. Wait. This is not even good, though, is it? I mean, with something like a priest, that's pretty okay. But, like, in general, the self-damage archetype with the Witchers, like, you have the Bear Witchers. You have, like, 3 Bear Witchers in your deck in that case. You get 3 boosts, so it plays for 4. I guess you have the Smith, the Armor Smith, which gives us 2 boost. This is maybe a bit too much setup. It's like a Gord type card, but it might be a bit too conditional, honestly. It might actually be a bit too conditional. Armor Up? Oh yeah, it's really good with Armor Up, to be fair. That's true, actually. It is true. It is pretty good with... I forgot Armor Up even exists, so that's actually a good shout there. Yeah, Armor Up's pretty nuts with this card, but, like, it's kind of predictable. Like, your opponent kind of wants to bleed this out of you. It's like a gourd, basically. I'm not sure if it's a better or worse gourd, but it definitely is a gourd. Me and CDPR, mate. I feel that. Wait, I don't know. I don't know what that means, actually. Then we have Ardfane First Company. Human Soldier. Order, consume all charges and split damage equal to the charges consumed on an enemy roll. Charge 2. Gain 1 charge whenever a soldier appears on your side of the board. Split damage equal to the charges consumed on an enemy roll. Okay, I mean, it's like another good... I mean, this is a good soldier card for Nilfgaard. Problem is, it's very easily dealt with. It can be locked. It plays for 7 at worst. It's pretty much the same as Terror of the Sea, right? And Terror of the Sea doesn't see play. This might see more play than Terror of the Sea because soldiers in Nilfgaard are actually good compared to like pirates. But I don't think this card's still decent. I don't think this card's good, honestly. Like it seems kind of bad. Then we have the Banard, another location, I would assume. Resilience deploy, choose and spawn one of these. Banard Tutor, Centurion, War Mage, Dungeon Seeker, and Kaviri White Robe. Oh, we got... somebody doesn't know the limits. Somebody messed up with the limit. Okay, actually, we can look at... I mean, I'll make an exception for this one, but I'll leave out the last card because that one's... Alright, so we have the Kaviri White Robe, first of all. Which one does this do? Formation Order Purify Unit. If the order hasn't been used, boost self by 1 on turn end. So we got another Carrick City Guard. Okay, sure. Wait, no, this is the wrong card. This is you're illegal, sir. This card is illegal. This shouldn't be shown. Okay, so a Fury War Mage was another one. Formation Order damage an enemy unit by and all units with the same power by 1. Oh, yeah, I like that. That does seem familiar to a certain card that exists. That's pretty cool. I mean, this has a pretty nice ceiling, right? This is a pretty decent ceiling. It's a 6 deal 1 in the worst case scenario. I mean, sorry, it's a 5 deal 1, so it's a 6. It's like it's not really a Shiru though. It's like a Foltest Pride or Ballista if you're talking way back in in Beta Gwent. So yeah, you can spawn these off of the location. You probably always take the War Mage, I would assume. Yeah, the War Mage is probably the best one out of these. You could make like Yennefer Conjuring decks then, which would be kind of cool. Is it? Yeah, it's Conjurer decks. Yeah, it is Conjurer. But there's 2 other Northern Realms cards, which I'm not going to review because that breaks my own rule. So yeah, let's go with, we got a lot of, somebody submitted like 7 Nilfgaard cards and didn't know the rules. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. So actually, I'm going to go for the ones where I don't have the art already. So I'm actually going to go Imperial Scout. If this card is revealed while in deck, summon it to the melee row. So I'm guessing the first card was also a reveal card. Yeah. So reveal has been shown like twice. The rule is that I will show only 3 cards from one faction. Twitch chat, I will only show 3 cards from one faction. So we got the reveal mechanic, and there's a lot of reveal cards. I'm looking through all of them. Let's look at the interesting ones. I guess Riance is a nice one. Good for the thumbnail, I would assume. Reveal the top 5 cards in your deck, then damage random enemy units by 2 for every unit revealed. Oh, okay. So wow, this is kind of crazy. Oh, wow. So this is like... This is a 14 for 9? Wait, that's busted, man. It's a 14 for... No, it's a 14 for 9. Wait, I mean, technically it's a 14 for 9. There's obviously like 1 damage armor, so let's say it's a 12 for 9. Even then, that's still really good. That's actually kind of busted. Card's really, really busted. And judging off of that, we can assume all these other cards are kind of busted. So we can move on to S.E. Davin. Let's go. I like me some S.E. Davin. Deploy, draw a card, and put a card from your hand back into your deck. Whenever your deck changes in size during your turn, boost a random allied unit in your deck. Oh, okay. So it's like, it's Snowdrop synergy. I can see it. Okay, draw a card, then put a card from your hand back into your deck. Whenever your deck changes in size during your turn, boost a random allied unit in your deck by 1. Oh, this is actually really powerful, isn't it? It's like an Erland. That's actually a really nice ability. Not sure about the stat line. This might actually be... This could be a 6 power. I think 8 provisions is right, but 6 power is better than 5 for sure. I think at 5 power is a bit too weak, honestly. Like, because it has no deploy. Its deployability is like 1 point of deck boost. Yeah, it's really good, right? But it's not like the opponent can't really deal with it. Also, you have to kind of play your deck around it. Like, you have to play things like Dandelion. You have to play things like the Vicovaro Novice or Snowdrop. So, I mean, yeah, it's obviously hyper synergy with Snowdrop. But honestly, I don't think this card's too good. I mean, it could be all right. Like for a neutral, it's not like the most obnoxious design. And I see more Nilfgaard cards. Jesus Christ. I might actually just skip these. Yeah, more reveal. Yeah, no, I'm skipping these. I'm actually skipping these. I'm sorry to everybody who submitted like a bunch of expansions by themselves, but we ain't got time for expansions. We're gonna look at like single cards. I don't like these expansion type where I'm just talking about like one and trying to figure it all out. I just want to look at cards, you know, like looking at cards. Long Expedition. Draw 3 cards and put 3 cards to the bottom of your deck. Final. Draw 4 cards and put 4 cards in the bottom of your deck. Final. Triggers when played on round 3. Well, this card's kind of useless. Isn't this card kind of... I mean, card's good. It's like a free mulligan, but it's kind of like a worse version of Eavesdrop, right? Eavesdrop gives you coins and lets you put a card on the bottom of your deck. I mean, obviously, this synergizes with the previous Essie Davin. So I guess that's the idea behind it, because it was from the same guy who submitted that. So yeah, I mean, it's a good synergy card for it, but I mean, it's also really nuts with Snowdrop. But only with Snowdrop this is good, right? This is only good with Snowdrop, and if you have like a Letha on board. Other than that, it's not that great, to be honest. But I do think drawing in general should be a more looked at mechanic in the game. I do feel like this is a pretty... like not looked upon, you know, strategy in the game of drawing your cards. Because we always say, you know, draw your golds, draw your golds. Well, why not just have more draw cards? Wouldn't that be kind of cool, huh? Alright, next up we have the Giant Cock. We just got demonetized. Thank you very much. Thrive, deploy, split 3 damage randomly on an enemy row. Whenever this unit's Thrive is triggered, damage a random enemy unit by 1. Okay, so I've seen this card so many times already, this type of card. It's like, there's so many cards like this, honestly. Like, a lot of people suggested this. I don't know why CDPR hasn't printed a card like this, where it's like a Thrive that... I mean, like, Fuka could be like this, right? They could have made Fuka like this, pretty much. But they don't. They made Fuka Thrive too, which is also, I guess, okay. But, like, how does a card like this not exist already within the game? Probably with the next expansion. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we can relate to this card for sure. All right, next up is Geralt... Relentless. Okay. We got Order, Manifest. Okay, this is so many words already. Manifest. Add the power and ability of... Okay, yeah, this is so complicated. Come on, guys. Oh, come on, man. This is too much. This is too much reading. I'm not gonna read all of this. Keep your cards simple, guys. This is a little tip I want to give you. Usually, I would cut these out from videos, but like I'm gonna just tell you guys right now. If your card is like this. If I have to like read an entire passage and like figure out 4 new mechanics, chances are I'm just gonna let it, like, I'm just gonna skip it, because I'm just gonna skip this one. Sorry. Trial of Fear. Give Rupture to it. Like, these are simple. Like, I know these words. I know what they're doing. Give Rupture to an allied unit and boost it by 3. If it's a warrior or a pirate, also give it 2 armor, then give Rupture to an enemy unit. Oh, okay, I see. So you're basically... you're targeting your unit, giving it 3 boost. That 3 boost might be damaged. This is actually alright. This is kind of like a pretty good version of Rupture. Rupture, in general, is kind of like not looked upon enough, I feel like, in this game. Like, Rupture is a pretty cool mechanic. I wish more Skellige cards had Rupture effects. Oh, and somebody submitted a bunch of Skellige cards here, but that's alright, We can review like 3 of them at least. Tursek Vark. When this unit moves to the graveyard, spawn and summon a Bear Abomination on the random allied row. That's pretty cool. It's like good discard synergy, right? So it's also kind of cool with Iced, because if it moves to the graveyard with something like Daran, it actually plays for like 9 as well. I don't know, there should be more discard or like graveyard synergies within the Skellige. I like Iced's design. It's just he's kind of overpowered right now with Blaze of Glory. But yeah, something like this is actually pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, it's like a 9 for 5 with a bit of a condition to be met. So yeah, I mean, also it works with... oh, Lippy. Yeah, Lippy also is pretty cool with this. Yeah, this is really good with Lippy, huh? This is really good with Lippy. Yeah, chat does mention Lippy. Lippy is pretty good with this one. Oh my, this is actually really crazy with Lippy. But it bricks your hand even more. Actually, it's honestly like insane within Lippy. Now that I think of it, this card's a bit unbalanced. Yeah, it's an no, okay, let's not look at it from the perspective. Okay, if opponent draws perfectly, yeah, it's 12 extra tempo on Lippy, which is a bit obnoxious, honestly. But a lot of times the deck thins very hard, so it might actually have to discard this. It also is a good like discard target for Burn a Brand and like Skjald. So yeah, I mean this card's just kind of nuts. It is pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, next up we have. Oh, this is a handsome fella. Olaf Stigvason. Deploy damage self by 2. Whenever this unit is healed or damaged, damage a random enemy unit by 1. Okay, devotion at the end of your turn, damage self by 1. Okay, so we got some self-damage synergy. I mean, this is just a bad Darren, isn't it? Like, Darren's already really bad. Like, this plays for, what, 6? But you can obviously heal it with, like, a Yuta or something. He's a very handsome fellow, to be fair. This is a very attractive little art. Maybe some of my female viewers might be tempted to watch this video because of this guy. Like, look at the abs, dude. What a handsome pirate. I'm sorry. I'm kind of swaying away from the card's design because this guy is actually like, this is a really attractive lad. A really attractive warrior. I might actually just skip this card altogether just so I don't have to look at him anymore. No, but honestly, design-wise, I think this is pretty cool. It is actually pretty cool. I think it's anti-synergy with Sucrose, right? I mean, I'm not sure how they would design it. If they would design it to be anti-synergy with Sucrose. Isn't it just like a bad Bear Abominate? No, sorry, a bad Berserker? Drummond Berserker? Yeah, it's just a bad Drummond Berserker, right? Yeah, it's like a really bad Drummond Berserker. It's not just me who just noticed that. Alright, that's it for the Skellige cards. I'm going to skip all the other ones. Haha. Sucks to be you, whoever submitted all these Skellige cards. Next time, maybe. Next time you can get them reviewed. Limara, deploy. Draw 2 cards from your graveyard and shuffle 2 cards in hand to the bottom of your deck. Wait. Bro, that's nuts. Nah, that's broken. Oh my god, that is so... It's like renewed. It's like a double renew. Holy mother of god. This is OP, man. It's so low tempo, but you get to put 2 nutty cards back into your hand. Like, that's so crazy. Yeah, it's like second wind. Yeah, this is crazy. Double Karathi, yeah. It's like a Lippy. It's like a deploy Lippy. It's kind of stupid. This is like, you can triple Ceres. You can actually like, dude, this card is so dumb. Honestly, this card is so broken. Like, I can't even like bother to talk about it anymore. This is, yeah, Lippy on draw. This is like just so dumb. This is so broken. If they ever printed like card like this, I might be out. Gabron Zamorto. Profit 3. Tribute 6. Gain immunity. Okay. Whenever your opponent plays a unit, gain 1 coin. Devotion, whenever your opponent plays a card, gain 1 coin instead. So it's like Sir Skewertooth, right? It is Sir Skewertooth. But a bit more uninteractive than Sir Skewertooth. Because Sir Skewertooth can still get Eardent or like Ignied. So this cannot get Eardent or Ignied because it gives you the monies. And the monies is uninteractive. I still think that, you know, the coins should you should be able to interact with coins in Syndicate, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, this card's alright. Like, it's pretty cool. At 7 provisions, it might be a bit too low tempo. It's very reminiscent of Milva. But it's also kind of better than Milva. It works like, it's very similar to, you know, the Sly Seductress, which, you know, works whenever your opponent plays a card. And, yeah, but like, a bit too slow, I would say. Like, if you're getting bled, you're not going to play this card because it's, like, so slow. You need 3 coins. And, like, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad, I think. I think it's kind of bad. Then we have Oliver Drake. Order: if the next card you play this turn is not from your starting deck, play a base copy of it. Whoa. Okay. So like double cross. You got double cross. You got bribery. You got Duchess Informant. I mean, realistically, this card's just busted, but it's not good at the same time, right? Because, I mean, you set up like a Petri filter and then you have double cross. Yeah, it's Order, I know, right? Order is not the greatest thing with this card. That is probably what keeps it from being playable. It's just a meme card, honestly, I think. It's a good, it has a powerful effect, but much like Vatier, it's too easily dealt with at 3 power. All right, next up we have Prelude of War. Oh, we even got the background. That's pretty cool. Good job to whoever did this. Destroy a spying enemy unit, then spawn and play a unit with less or equal provisions from your starting deck. This card's 9 provisions. Okay. I mean, Joachim. You kill Joachim. Dude, Nilfgaard just become Joachim faction, right? Nilfgaard is just the Joachim faction at this point. I mean, this card's kind of bad, though. This is like a bad Coup de Grace. Like, why would you play this card when Coup de Grace exists in that slot? The 9 provision slot for tactics. Literally no point in playing this card if you can just play double Joachim. It's pointless. Like, yeah, it's just pointless. So, yeah, let's just move on to the next card. And that card is Feral Nosferat. Deploy. Give an enemy unit bleeding for 2 turns. Thirst 2. Lock it first. On allied turn end, give the enemy unit with the shortest bleeding duration bleeding for 1 turn. Okay, so this is like an Unseen Elder, pretty much. What is Thirst? Trigger this ability if the specific amount of enemies or more are bleeding. I did think that was going to be the case. So this is like a 3-point lock. It's a 5-point lock, so it's very similar to it's a monster lock. Monster lock kind of seems unnecessary. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Looks all right, I guess. Looks all right. Wait, I just kind of lost my track of thought there. I mean, isn't this card just kind of busted? Yeah, it's a bit busted, right? It is slightly busted. For a bronze card, there's way too much utility on it. Like, it can do like 5 things at once, right? That's pretty crazy. It's a 5, yeah, it's a lock engine, so that's pretty obnoxious if you think about it. It's for a bronze card, it shouldn't be that good. So yeah, let's just stay on the agenda that this is just kind of broken. Next up we have Sarasti. Oh, dude, this is really good art, by the way. I really like this. With this new format, we've got a lot of new arts. Oh, we got a bunch of monster cards. Sadly, only 3 of them will be reviewed. I guess I'll review the highest provision out of these then. We got a 13 provision one there. That was pretty cool. But let's look what Sarasti does. Melee on ally turn end, damage the highest enemy unit by 1. Ranged on ally turn, spawn a 1-power Ekimara in this row. Thirst to increase these values by 1. Okay. That's alright. It's like a nice engine that might be able to like. So if you have like first 4, it deals. Or if you have like first 6, it deals 3 damage. That's actually pretty good. It's good value, honestly. 1-power Ekimara. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. So yeah, ooh, that's a good. Yeah. I mean, this card's kind of flexible for monsters. Yeah, Glusty synergy is there. It's very flexible. It's pretty cool. I actually like it. I mean, not sure if it's balanced or not. Seems a bit too good right now. Maybe at 8 provisions or something. It's busted. I wouldn't say it's busted, though. It's all right. Like, you would have to play Carapace to actually keep this alive for more than, like, 1 turn. So I would say this is. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's busted, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's go on to the highest. Okay, maybe that one's a bit too much words for my knowledge. Let's go for the Beast of Beauclair. Deploy, give a vampire in hand a shield and a veil. Then strengthen allied vampires in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 1. Yeah, it's busted. It's busted. It's busted. It's an Erland. Erland is such a good card. Erland is such a broken card. Every card like it will just be as good or as broken as Erland. So, yeah, Monster Vesemir, Monster Erland. Say what you want, but it is what it is. So, let's go to the next card, which is not going to be monsters. Sorry for whoever submitted all these vampire cards. La Mark of Herch. Allied turn end effects trigger twice. I see this as the guy from the Siege art, which is kind of cool. I do notice these type of things. Turn end effects. Does that count for Siri? Does that count for Siri? I wonder if that counts for Siri. That would be kind of funny if it counts for Siri. But as it stands, this is honestly not a bad card. But also kind of bad. You're playing it in a deck where you're kind of hoping the opponent isn't like control. And if I'm saying control, I'm actually meaning like control. Because control has become this hyper control thing where you're kind of just hoping to pick off everything. Because like you have Anna Streggers, you have Meave. I mean, Meave is alright with this card, not necessarily great. But like Anna Strenger, Drummers, Trebuchets, Carrick City Guard. What else is there? Is there any like Windhelm also I guess works with it. It boosts itself by 4. This card is honest. I think this is a good card for Northern Realms though. It's very unique. But it's really, really, really powerful at the same time. Like, even on the turn that you play it. I mean, the fact is, honestly, though, no. Actually, I take back. This card is the definition of overkill. This card is such an overkill. Like, if your opponent doesn't have an answer to all these engines that you're playing already, and he doesn't have an answer for this, it's like, alright, you're just basically double your engine value and you're winning anyway against a deck that wasn't going to be able to beat you anyway. I think it also synergizes with Vitality, right? So, I mean, yeah, the card is just kind of overkill, but at the same time, it could actually be kind of scary to face against. Like, I'm like, all right, I have to kill like all these turn end engines and might keep some other stuff alive if I need to. So yeah, this is an interesting design though. I don't mind the design. It is an overkill, but it is an interesting design nonetheless. Not sure about the power levels though of this, for sure. We got Necker Infestation next. Spawn a Necker in a random allied row for each Ogroid under your control. What a terrible card, guys. You wanna have as many Ogroids on your field as possible to spawn a 1-point Necker. It's like a Koschei, right? Isn't this just kind of like a bad Koschei? This is bad. Yeah, by the way, this is really bad. Like, I'm not even going to deny that. I mean, it could be okay with something like Woodland Spirits, Force of Nature, where you can kind of like trigger it all at once. But this card requires setup, and it's such low tempo. It is Woodland Synergy. Actual 3 for 7. It's actually pretty bad, to be honest. This card's really, really bad. This is really, really bad. All right, next up we have Colonel Briggs. With Human Bandit, deploy, play a bronze unit from your deck. Unity, play a bandit from your deck instead. This is like a Dandelion. This is a pretty good card. This is actually a really good card, right? Yeah, this is really good. I'd put this in a lot of decks, I think. Like, it's just an efficient thinning tool, right? Maybe at 8 provisions? I don't know. This is like... It's like, you can play this card, but why wouldn't you just play Oneromancy for the extra 5 provisions? Unity. I'm sorry, Unity. I've had Unity for like a long time on the custom card submissions. which it triggers when your deck is only neutrals. But there's no, yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of good bandits anyways, so it's not really worth it. But it's a gold bandit that you can play from your deck. So this actually is like a 2-point Geralt Quinn, I guess, in that case. And for 8 provision. So maybe in a Unity deck, this could be okay. Not sure about like non-Unity decks, though. This could be... It's kind of like a 50-50. I'm not sure how to evaluate this card. It's a very simple effect. Let's not linger on it for too long. Let's linger on... Oh, God, this is very tall. Wait, how do I... Okay, there you go. We go... The Crimson Knight. Oh, this is such good art, guys. Thank you for giving me good thumbnail art. That's really helpful. Devotion Assimilate 2. Deploy, spawn, and play Tourney Joust. Whenever you play a Bronze Soldier or Knight next to this unit, repeat its deployability. What? Wait, what? Are you mad? Assimilate 2? No, assimilate 6 plus damage. Bruh, this is... Nah, this is honestly the best card in the game. Yeah, might be, honestly. You play it, you get the 2 assimilate right away. So you're playing 4 plus 4. It's an 8 with 2 armor and a shield. And then whenever you play a soldier, you're getting 4 damage or 4 boost with shield. Oh, but it's only a bronze soldier, so I guess... Bro, this card's not... Nah, this card's so good. Holy moly, guys. What is this? Who done it? Who done it, guys? Plus more... Yes, dude, this card is... You thought Cleaver was busted. This card... is out of this world. Is out of this world good. Like, why would you not just... Like, people would just play decks around this, right? Because it's, like, too good not to be playing. Yeah, this is way too good. Gonna just move on to the next card. Milo Vanderbeek. Profit 2, fee 2. Heal an allied unit by 2. Heal value is increased by 1 every time an allied unit is destroyed. Wait. Okay. Oh, okay. Adrenaline 4. Heal value is increased by 1 every time a unit is destroyed instead. This is pretty good with... I think... Is Syndicate too good if it has, like, heal options? Because the problem with Syndicate Insanity, you have cards like Igor and the like and Drago, or like the champion, the Arena Andrega, right? Arena Andrega, that's his name. It's heal. There is no something that they did remove the Freak Show ability. So, I'm not sure how good this actually is. I can't really give you guys a rating for this one or an opinion. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so next up we got Tomira. Deploy, reset a bronze unit's order ability. Order Purify unit. Huh? Oh, bronze unit. Okay, I was like, repeat a unit's order ability. What are there any good like bronze orders? Like good ones that go beyond like 3? Not really, right? Oh yeah, there is, right? There you have the Carrack frigate. No, not Carrack frigate. You have the Carrack Marine. Yeah, Carrack Marine. Yeah, Carrack Marine's pretty good. So you have this, you play this for 8 and then have a Purify on top of that. But it's an order. I don't know. It's alright, I guess. It's not like the greatest. It's not really that special design. You basically just made a worse Viraxis. And Viraxis isn't even that popular right now. Alright, so we get Ardal Ebdahi, Human Soldier Aristocrat. Okay. The 3 most important tags within the game. When this unit is moved to the top of your deck, draw it. Deploy, play a 4 provision tactic from your graveyard. Wait. Bruh. You draw the card. You draw... It's free card advantage with an Albrick. You play Albrick for 7 provisions. You get to boost this guy 2. Bruh, come on. Man, these cards, guys. What are these? Who made this? Kodan, come on. You gotta do better than this. That's just bad design right there. Like, there's like 5 ways. Also, yeah, Imperial Formation gives you free card advantage there. Bro, that's so nuts. That's so good. That's just so good. Yeah, Kodan with the bad designs, man. He's not delivering today. This is not gonna be his favorite video. Jousting Knight, assimilate, deploy, spawn and play straw dummy. Order damage and unmuted by 1. Conspiracy, repeat order ability once. Alright. Sorry, gotta sneeze. I'm not gonna cut it out. Haha. So he's a 5 because he triggers him assimilate immediately. It spawns and plays the dummy. He has the order of killing the straw dummy. Oh, he can actually kind of cap off a bunch of spies, right? If it repeats the deploy ability, if you cap off a spy, you can kill like 1 spy, 2 spy, 3 spy, 4 spy, and then damage 1 more unit. So it's kind of like, isn't it just a better Emir? Like, Emir is good, like power wise, but this is just a better Emir because it takes out your spies. It's a cool card, honestly. I don't think it's a bad idea. It's got good synergies. I don't mind it. Assimilate on deploy is useless. Yeah, but otherwise it would be like a 3 tempo play. The assimilate is necessary. Also, it's an assimilate engine, so you can't really hate that, can you? Assimilate is just good, right? It's just good. All right, next up we got oil on water. If the sum of provisions of both boards are equal, swap boards with your opponent. Honestly, that is a card. That is a card. That something about this makes me kind of want to play it. This is actually kind of, I love, like, this would be like not very Gwent, but I love this card. It's such a bad card, but I love it. It's so funny. It's just pure chaos. This card is just raw, pure chaos. When will the provisions ever... You can honestly play for it. Like, your opponent plays a 4, you play a 4. Your opponent plays like a... If you're against, like, engine decks or, like, swarm lists... Okay, I guess swarm lists is actually a lot more difficult. It is kind of funny because, like, you have to... Like, it's a lot of maths. But I definitely would like to see a card like this exist. Like, it would be really funny. Like, that's just... This card's just crazy. I kind of love it. I kind of love this card. It's so bad, it's good. You know, like, that type of love. All right, next up we have Imperial Audience. This one's Kodan again, guys. So brace yourselves. We got a design master up in this here. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Pick 2, then play them. Then move the third to the bottom of your deck. So Roach without the disadvantage of having to play a 3. Bro, this card's nuts. This card's really good. Kodan with the cards, man. This card's broken. I mean, at 14 provision, yeah, no, it's broken. It's what do you mean 14 provision garb? How do you get dude? You get to play 2 cards in 1 turn. How can you say this is garbage? You're Nilfgaard. Imagine you draw like a usurper and a friggin' Brothens off of this, or like a Joachim and Coop. Imagine. I would play this for 14 provisions in any deck. This card's insane. This is so good. Yeah, like ball, like there's so many options. You can set this up really easily as well. This card's nuts. Whoever says this card isn't is bad. Is just out of their minds. This card is crazy good. It's super unbalanced as well. Gotta love that. Yeah, you cut Ball to play this. Bro, why not just play Ball and this and just polarize the deck even more? It's not like you're not thinning your deck anymore now. Like, this thins your deck by 2. You played in round 1, check out what you got, see what you got, and then you thin your deck by 2 and you draw the ball more easily. Like, that's just good. This is really good. Really, really good. Like, this is also nuts with Assimilate, because, like, you trigger, like, a lot of Assimilates in one turn with this one. So, Spying Vatier de Rideau. Deploy melee, activate the deploy effect of 2 bronze spying enemy units. Okay. Deploy ranged, activate the deploy effect of a gold spying enemy. It's another, you just printed another Coup de Grace here, buddy. What's up with people just basically all just doing a Coup de Grace? Ay. Alright, next up we have Kochmet. Immunity, deploy, release all binds you've placed and boost off by 3 for each. Bind. A bound unit cannot move or trigger any of its effects and takes 1 piercing damage on its turn end. The bind cannot be purified and persists until the binding unit leaves play or is removed. That's pretty busted. Wait, it's immune. Wait, how did... Huh? Okay, I mean... Oh, okay, I mean, like, you've given me a card with nothing to work with. Ah, I see. We got the bind... We got the bind archetype. Sorry, lad. Okay, I'll show the stream some titties, I guess. At the least, the stream can get some titties. It's kind of become a common theme that I show art with boobs. Deploy melee, bind an enemy unit. Death blow, boost self by 3. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, bind is it's hard because it's not like interactive because you can't purify it. It clearly says cannot be purified. So that's a bit of a problem. That is definitely a bit of a problem. I mean, these arts are looking really good, by the way. I want to actually check out more of these arts. I like this art. This art looks cool. I'll review this one to get to the 3 limit of faction cards before we get into the expansion. Oh, and we're actually going to have our first Squirtle cards as well. Deploy, bind 2 allied units and boost them by 3. Bound enemies take damage at the end of your turn instead of theirs. Wait, it binds 2 allied units. Oh, it works for you though, right? It works for you more than it does for them. But the boost by 3 doesn't really work though, does it? I'm not sure how good this card actually is. Because it kind of plays for a 4+4 technically, because the damage happens at the end of your turn anyway. So it plays for 8. But the points are reduced each turn. I mean, you can play it on Death Wish cards. But the fact that you're boosting it by 3 takes a long time. So, I don't really know. And the thing is, you can bind a unit and then consume it. That could also be an option, right? So, interesting idea for something like monsters. Very, very interesting. Alright, let's go for this Scoia'tael card. We got a big lad here. Big Elven Lad. Deploy, give self vitality 4. Order, remove all vitality from self and damage an enemy by the amount removed. Meh. I mean... Huh. Meh. Yeah, meh. I agree with chat. It's a meh. It's a good old meh. Like, I could see them printing a card like this. Not sure why this is not a Dryad. Not sure how this is an elf, to be honest. Look at how buff this guy is. I've never seen an elf this buff. But yeah, this should be a Dryad, right? This should just be a Dryad, in my opinion. Alright, next up we have Cedric. Veil, whenever you set a trap, damage a random enemy unit by 1. Devotion, whenever a trap is sprung, damage a random enemy unit by 1 as well. Bad. Like, it's like anti-synergy with traps. Eldain is like hyper-synergy with traps. This is anti-synergy with traps because, like, you play this card and you give your opponent something to interact with. Whereas with, like, traps, you don't actually want them to interact with anything. You want them to be, oh no, I have to play something reactive, but they don't give me anything to reactive to play. So I would say this is a pretty pretty weak one. And last card for today, because I think I'm going to call it after this one. Yes, I am going to call it after this one. We've been recording for an hour now. Dwarf Refugee. Deploy. If played or summoned from the deck, double this unit's power and armor. Ooh. Okay. If played or summoned from the deck. So, Justice, right? It's nuts with Justice. It's nuts with Call. It's nuts with Isengrim's Council. This card's actually really good, right? I think this is a pretty good card. Squirtle has a lot of tutors. They have Onero, they have Call, they have Justice, they have... what's it called? Isengrim's Council. This card's pretty cool. This is actually nice. I like this. This is a cool design. For a bronze card, that's pretty powerful. Plays for like an 8 with multiple armors. You could also boost it in your hand. But sadly, there's no deck boost, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I mean, this card's alright. It's pretty solid. Not sure if it's 5 provision worthy. Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty okay with 5 provision. Yeah, okay. I'll take it at 5. This is actually a pretty good card at 5. No adrenaline, just have to play it from your deck. Yeah, it's like a Kedwini Knight, or sorry, Kedwini Knight on lesser steroid. It's a Kedwini Knight for 5 provisions basically, which is pretty cool. Like that, like design overrides throughout faction is always very interesting. And yeah, see, and now I'm scrolling through and like there's still so many cards I could have reviewed. But these are all the cards I was able to review in like an hour. Like I just did this for an hour and I only reviewed like a quarter, a fragment. So that's why I'm saying, if you want your cards to be in the next episode or on the next stream, make sure to check your Discord notifications. Be ready when I write you in this exact channel to submit your cards and I will review them, obviously, because that's probably the way I'm going to continue from here on out, because I won't be able to review every card ever. That's not possible. I've come to the conclusion that that's just really hard to pull off, so I'm just going to go with this format for the future of this series. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this new format. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for more Gwent content, and I'll see you soon.